Hello there, friends. Have you ever wondered what kind of information and documentation do you need to actually complete your residential home loan application? Or are you ready to fill out your home loan application to successfully obtain financing to purchase either your first-time home or your investment property? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the most common and essential pieces of information and documentation you want to have handy and ready at the time that you're ready to fill out your home loan application. My name is Michael Najem. I'm a realtor with Dalton Way Realty and a loan officer with Loan Factory. I've helped many people on the journey to purchase their home, from the early stage of just browsing to completely successfully complete their journey and find the home that best fit their needs. Every week, people reach out to me with different questions about the loan application, so I decided to put in this presentation together for you as a form of reference. Yet make sure you're working with a professional loan officer and get in touch with the loan officers of your choice to make sure that you are getting guidance and completing the loan application the best possible way so you can be successful on your journey to purchase your real estate. The first part of the loan application obviously is going to be, as usual on every application you have filled, is typically your personal information, such as your name, your date of birth, your social security number, your phone number, and your best emails that you will be using throughout your journey. And obviously, your residency history. When it comes to the residency history, it's not only the current main residence that you have, but it actually goes back in time between 2 years to up to 7 years, depending on the changes on your residency history. You need to be ready to input or disclose what's your current living situation. If you're renting typically or living with a family member or a friend, you want to have the contact information and the information for the actual residence. If you have changed your residence in the last 2 to 7 years, you want to have copy of the lease agreements and any form of records on the payments that you have made as rent. If you've lived with a friend or a family member for free, then you will need an explanation letter as to how they relate to you and how you didn't have to pay any rent. And if you have records for rent payment, it's also usually helpful to give it to your lender, such as your lease agreement or the actual payments, because this might also help you qualify for a better deal when it comes to getting you the loan program best for your needs. Other form of information that you will need on your loan application is gonna be actually your income information. Typically, most of the people have a full-time job. So as a full-time job income, you will want to have the 2 most recent pay stubs and the 2 most recent W-2 forms that you use to file your taxes. The reason being is because your 2 most recent pay stubs will show your employer's name, your actual monthly take-home income, and yet it's always useful to have the W-2 forms or the last pay stubs for the 2 most recent years, because these last pay stubs on the last day of December or on the prior years will show if you had any variable pay or bonuses that might affect your average monthly income. If you are, on the other hand, a business owner or self-employee, then you will actually need not only the 2 most recent bank statements if it shows a regular payroll that you have to yourself or pay stubs, but you will also need the W-2 forms and the actual business or personal taxes that you might have filed. And if you belong to any organization, partnership, or association, you will need the reported income from such, maybe the K1 form, 1099s, or W2 forms that you have received as a member of these organizations. If you have questions, obviously make sure you comment or reach out and connect directly either with me or your lender and ask them more about what kind of documentation you might need if you have different situations. This is not the only formal forms of income. As we know, there is also additional forms of income, such as child support, a pension income, a retirement income that you might have, or any other benefits that you might be receiving, whether they are cash or reported on your taxes. You might want to consult with your lender to see if the income qualifies to use for your particular situation. After the bank, the income, obviously is good to talk the funding that you will need for the down payment or the closing cost, where the funding is coming from. So you want to have usually your bank statements showing for the last 2 months the funds that you have in order to use the money to purchase your home when it comes to down payment and closing costs. This information you also need to disclose in the application. You want to put the financial institution contact information, the balance on your accounts, and the summary or the account number so the lender can review your funding situation. There might be also other forms of funding, such as a brokerage account, such as if you have stocks with any companies, financial institutions, or if you have sold any major asset that have become part of your funding, such as a large boat, a large item. You also want to have documentation for the sale of this item so that you can use the funds on your to purchase your home. Also, if you have a gift from a family or relative or a related person, you want to have either an explanation letter to document the funding or the gift that they are giving you to purchase your home. After the funding, as we talk over here, you might have 401k or other retirement accounts that also qualify to use as funding for towards the purchase of your home. And then the other key element is going to be the expenses that are being reported on your credit report. Obviously, the credit cards are the major items, or car, auto loans that you might have. Other expenses that qualify for your loan application would be your student loans or any personal loan or installment debt that you might have acquired in the last 2 years, typically. The best that you can do in order to prepare for your home loan application is obviously to consult first with your lender, explain to them your actual situation, and obviously get ready by having a document checklist. I do have a checklist for my clients, or you, if you reach out, I'll be happy to share it with you so that you can have a checklist of the most common items that you will need when you do your application. I strongly recommend that you have scan readable images of all the documents that you are using for your loan application, such as your driver license, pay stubs, or bank statements. Make sure they go into a PDF document for Adobe or PDF reader. That's the best solution. And make sure they're completely readable, because it's not only for your loan officer, it is also for the underwriting team and other members that will be looking throughout the whole journey on your application. You will also need everything as current information and on any of the documents that you are presenting. So This will help you. Make sure you reach out again to your lender or to me. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I look forward to connecting with you to help you make your not only your loan application journey as pleasant as possible and as successful as possible, but your whole journey, whether you're buying, refinancing, or selling real estate here in Florida, I'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.